Shalom, Israel. My name is Officer Kayad, one out of ISUPK, Jamaica. ISUPK started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. ISUPK is run by Commanding General Yahana, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. All right, so nowadays in the time of, so many UFO and UAPs, sightings. See, seem like the ISUPK don't sound so crazy after all. You understand when we say, the chariots are the UFOs. You understand? And when we tell you, say, the Awashai Mashiach, a black man, is coming back, to overthrow the rulers of this earth. You understand? And to set, Israel back in their rightful position as the people that governs this earth. We don't sound so strange now. Because in these modern times, for the last couple of years, even the US government has come out saying that they have seen, or they confirm the sightings of unidentified flying objects, or what people call, UFOs. See, now them call them UAPs. You understand? So, what are these? What are these things? Well, guess what? The Bible tell you about these things, and these are not what you think. They are not aliens. I mean, if you probably see an angel, you will think it's an alien, but not the alien that they portray in movies. All right, we're gonna play some, some reports, so no one can, who have not heard can't say that we are, saying things that are not confirmed, in the media. You understand? So remember, like this video, share on all social media platforms, and subscribe to this channel as well. This is ISUPK Jamaica.
Yeah, this is a big day for people that want the truth about UFOs, UFO transparency. So let me just give you the basics. Some big sonic booms have happened. Our government is officially affirming to the American public that UFOs are real. They're unidentified, flying with impunity through our restricted airspace. And now we know from the release that George Knapp, my mentor in journalism, and I released that over a conflict zone, you have one of these spheres, metallic spheres. It's a UAP or UFO official designation by our military and intelligence communities. So we wanted to share this. It is inherently unclassified, although it is contained within classified briefings. But the image itself is unclassified, so we can put it out. But this is happening on a daily basis off of east and west coast of the United States of America. But now we know this is the first time people get to see an official government filmed UFO or UAP, as they call them, from a conflict zone.
For the All right, that is just one way. I'll play a couple more. You understand? So that was TMZ. See, we all know about TMZ. You understand? Them usually deal with entertainment and so forth. But no, this is CNN. You understand? Let me play this.
A Pentagon report is detailing a dramatic increase in UFO sightings, more than 350 since 2021. Many of them are explained as being drones, birds, or weather events, but about half of them remain unexplained.
And the office that tracks these sightings in restricted military airspace says that some, quote, require further analysis. That's an understatement. CNN space and defense correspondent Kristen Fisher has the details.
Boris and Amra, Capitol Hill has been waiting for this report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, or the ODNI. And what this report found is that there have been more than 300 new sightings of what the government calls UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, or more commonly called UFOs, since the last time that the ODNI put out a report like this back in 2021. Back then, the ODNI could not explain 144 sightings of UAPs. This time, now they can't explain 171 of them. And one part of the report that really stands out is this one. It says that some of these uncharacterized UAPs appear to have demonstrated unusual flight characteristics or performance capabilities and require further analysis. So is it advanced U.S. technology? Is it advanced technology from a foreign adversary like perhaps China or Russia? Or Is it extraterrestrial in origin or something else entirely? We just don't know. And the U.S. government says that it doesn't know either. Or
All right. So of course you know that the US government have technology that they have hidden. You understand? But rest assured that many of the technology that the US government have, you know what I mean, is a copy of the technology. I wouldn't even call it technology that the Most High has. It's not, you know what I mean, that don't in the realm of technology, as the reporter said a while ago, them show extraordinary maneuverability. You understand? Meaning they don't move like a aircraft. They can move in a, you know what I mean, a tic-tac kind of manner, which defies, you know what I mean, the laws of physics. Because, you know what I mean, what these are is what the Bible say they are. You understand? We're going to play one more footage just to, you know what I mean, just to get away all the speculation that somebody might have that, you know what I mean, this is all made up, you know what I mean, made up information that these are not real. Well, in these modern times, in these last days, it is out and out in the public and confirmed by the US military and the US government that these objects, they are there. You understand? These these aircrafts, they are there and they are you know what I mean, they are unexplainable. You understand? And we're gonna show you what they are. See? We're gonna play one more tape. This is now ABC News. So we just watch TMZ, CNN. Everybody in Jamaica knows CNN. And CNN is somewhat credible news for Jamaicans. You know what I mean? Like, if it depends on CNN, it's confirmed. So here in Jamaica, no, this is ABC.
Welcome back. The U.S. intelligence community says UFO reports involving the military are on the rise. The Pentagon has looked at 366 new reports, deeming half of them unremarkable, but investigators are still trying to determine the cause of the others. Our Brittany Shepard has that story.
U.S. intelligence agencies confirm hundreds of additional UAP sightings have been reported. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, otherwise known as UFOs. The annual report on unidentified aerial phenomena now reveals 366 new close encounters since an agency was formed in 2021 to track them. That's more than double the number reported in the previous 17 years combined.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Let's try.
Officials say they can explain less than half those encounters, usually a mix of drones, balloons, or birds. The rest remain a mystery. Like this Navy pilot's video from 2004, showing a group of unknown aviators seemingly defying the laws of physics.
There's a whole fleet of them. Oh my gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Or this inexplicable run-in off the coast of California in 2015.
Whoa, let's get close.
Pentagon officials say it's not time to call the men in black just yet.
Who are you, really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
But they say it's crucial to track, investigate, and disclose reported incidents to help protect national security and safety for all Earthling flyers.
I think one of the key points in this report, you know, given the potential hazard that UAPs do present.
Bear in mind, you know, that man talking is a U.S. general, you know. You understand? A big official in the U.S. Army. You understand? And further reports will tell you that it is now becoming a serious concern. Like, the U.S. Army is now looking at it like a threat. Like, this thing pose a serious threat, you know what I mean, to their military. You understand? For many, many different reasons, you know what I mean, which we're not going to go into right now. You understand? For the sake of time.
Notably, there's been no reported collisions.
Thanks to Brittany Shepard for that. And ABC News senior Pentagon reporter Luis Martinez joins me now for more on this. Hi, Luis. So when you say UFO, we often think of alien spacecraft. The flying objects in these reports are described as appearing, and I quote here, to have demonstrated unusual flight characteristics or performance capabilities. So what does that mean?
That means you can't explain what you're seeing, and that's what happens when military pilots or personnel aboard ships see something in the skies that they can't explain. You're used to normal travel patterns, normal
unusual flight capabilities, meaning they fly in a way that is very impossible. An aircraft cannot fly in such a manner, meaning this, if it's technology, it is way, way advanced technology. You can't explain it, but they are being, you know what I mean, reported by aircraft, by US, what you call it now, pilots, military pilots, and marine, you know what I mean, US marine, what you call them people there, we operate the US ships. You understand? They are seeing a lot of them. You understand? And them can't explain it. But we know what they are. See?
Flight patterns. But when something appears on your sensors, and let's remember now, most of these modern aircraft have significantly sophisticated equipment that picks up some of the stuff. What you're seeing on your screen right now was captured by some of those sensors aboard high-tech aircraft. And so when you can't explain it, then the Pentagon raises concerns because it could pose a safety risk, as you heard there from General Ryder, and it could pose potentially the threat that this is foreign surveillance of our.
All right. So, of course, we know them have better imagery and better footage than that. See? For some reason, them now got sent out. You know what I mean? But the Bible tell you what these are, and the Bible describe it. You understand? All right. So remember, like this video, share on our social media platform. This is ISUPK Jamaica and the Commanding General Johanna. All right. So we're going to read some scripture. You understand? We're going to jump to the book of Ezekiel. See? We're going to jump to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 and verse, let's start at 4. And it says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud. Right? It is very important to understand the cloud. See? Because when we were being led out of Egypt, one of these gigantic, you know what I mean? Well, the picture that I have on the screen, you know, is not, I am not saying this picture is exactly what they look like. Don't get it wrong. But I put the picture up on the screen so further explain what we're going to explain. You understand? Because of course, you know that these, you notice that this imagery of the flying saucer is common. You understand? The reason why it's common, it's because this is what people actually saw in real life. See? And it's in the Bible. So let me continue read. So it says, the cloud, the great cloud, when we were coming out of Egypt, you understand? One of them, a great one, a big one, was masked by a cloud. You understand? It gave a pillar of, you know what I mean, shade by day from the sun, and a pillar of fire by night to give us light. You understand? And a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Right? Verse 5, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. Right? So this is talking about a spacecraft or an aircraft. You know what I mean? A vehicle. See, in the Bible call them chariots. You understand? Which you know in olden days, chariot would be indicative to a vehicle. You understand? Probably if the person was writing it, you know what I mean, or the scribe was writing this scripture today, they would have called it a vehicle. See? Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. Right? Now, these 4 living creatures, I will tell you them appearance. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, meaning they had the frame of a man. See? 6. And everyone had 4 faces. Wow. Now, every one of these creatures had 4 faces. See? These are the things that don't come out in your in your Sunday school, you know, because your Christian pastor have no way of explaining, you know what I mean, what is going on here in the scriptures. You understand? These are the angels. You know what I mean? But of course, your Christian pastor have to stick to the, you know what I mean, the protocol, the brainwash. See? Verse 6, and everyone had 4 faces and everyone had 4 wings. So the angels, they had 4 faces and 4 wings. Verse 7, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, meaning they wore footwear, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, meaning they were brown in complexion. You understand? All right, let me scroll along to verse 16. No, well on 15. No, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel seen upon the earth by the living creature with his 4 faces. Well on, let me scroll up. Let me see. 1 second. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me continue reading 15. Now, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel. So they saw a wheel. Look at this video. Look at this picture that I'm showing you right now. See? Just focus on that picture. See? Now, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces. Right? So one creature with his 4 faces was by this wheel. See? 16, the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, meaning they had the color of a beryl. You understand? I think beryl is green. It had a green color. And the 4 had one likeness, meaning all these 4 wheels look the same. See? And their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Now, look at this right now. This is a wheel in the middle of a wheel, and this image is consistent throughout history of everybody who claim to see a UFO. You see it in cartoons, you see it in movies, you see it everywhere. You understand? Because this is what the Bible describes, and whoever actually saw one of these actually saw it looking like this. You know what I mean? I don't deny that you have others that probably look different, but this is the popular one that you will see. You understand? This is the popular one that is common in many so-called UFO sightings. You understand? These are the vehicles of the angels. These are what the angels travel in. Let me continue reading. So it said, the appearance of the wheel and their works was like unto the color of a beryl. See? Let me put this now. Well, let me just continue reading. And the 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel, just like this image right here. You understand? A wheel in the middle of a wheel. See? This, we are at the book of Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 16 now. See? Verse 17 now. When they went upon their 4 sides. Now, does picture a wheel, picture a wheel. A wheel is vertical. When you have a wheel and a chariot, like in olden days, that wheel, see, is vertical. That is how the wheel carries the chariot forward, or whatever vehicle that wheel is on. But does picture a wheel on its sides, meaning the wheel is no longer vertical, but now it's on its side, it's horizontal. This is what you're looking at right now, a wheel turned on its side. See? So it said, when they went upon their 4 sides, just like a flying saucer, and they turned not when they went. You understand? Let me jump to 20. Whithersoever, see? Hold on. Let me continue reading. Let's 18. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings, right, because they were rings, see? Them big, were full of eyes. Those eyes are talking about the lights. All the lights that they would see on these, you know what I mean, things. See? And their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. See? 19. And when the living creatures went, the wheel went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheel were lifted up. Right. Verse 20. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was the spirit to go. And the wheel were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. Meaning, the living creatures, which you would have probably called an alien, which is actually angels, they were controlling these vehicles. This is in the Bible. You understand? This is in the Bible. And these are the angels of the, you know what I mean? These are the vehicles of the angels of the Most High. And you will see more of them in these times, because we're drawing down, you know what I mean, close to the end of this wicked world. You understand? If you notice all the movies that the oppressor show, you understand, about alien invasion and all them things there. See? That is because they know that one day, millions of these things will invade the earth. And that would be the end of their kingdom. Them say the end of, them usually portray it as the end of mankind, but it's really the end of them wicked kingdom. You understand? Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world calls Jesus Christ, he's coming back in these chariots, in one of these chariots, and he's coming with the angels of the Most High. You understand? And guess what? Me saying that right now don't sound so strange. Why? Because we just watch CNN, we just watch ABC, and we just watch TMZ explain what is really taking place with these sightings and these UFOs. You know what I mean? But from 1969, the ISUPK had known what these things were. There were people coming out, you know what I mean, saying that they were abducted by aliens and one bag of thing. And then after that, now you have a bag of alien movies coming out and, you know what I mean, people, the tin file at a one bag of thing. You know what I mean? But all this time, only the ISUPK and the commanding general and I know what these things were. These are the chariots of the angels of the Most High. These are not aliens. You understand? Of course, if you see one of them, you would have said alien, but they are not aliens. They are the angels. See? And they are coming to free the children of Israel. You understand? And with that, like this video, subscribe to this channel where the ISUPK and the commanding general, your honor. You know what I mean? If you have questions, just leave your questions in the comment section. See? Shalom.